Hello guys, how you guys doing? Today I'm back again about this beautiful family in Tanje that I'm looking for school for their son who is 8 years old, this boy here who is their first child. This family is one of the family that is the one first family that I've done video for with my organization Umbrella Empowering People. That is a registered organization in Gambia that is doing different stuff. But one of the things that I love doing more is to put children to school and also to go to the schools and motivate them, especially high school children, youth, sorry, to stay away from drugs, alcohol, addiction, and the consequence of addiction and violence. Also, I motivate them to avoid feeling sorry for themselves, looking down on themselves, or just thinking they have to do certain things to achieve life instead of being patient and do the right thing. But this woman, it's been a couple of months now since I've been posting her to look for donation or sponsor for her child to go to school. And so far I've not get anywhere with it. Although the first video that I made of her, I do mention that's the only video that I have of her anyway, including the pictures. That's the only first one that I have of her. The second one was when she got the 10,000 pound dollars. I'm saying, I nearly said pound. I wish it was 10,000 pounds. She was going to be very happy. She had $10,000 in donation, which is about, I think it should be around 130 pounds or around 150. $10,000. Anyone know how much that is? Let me know, because I know the 100 pound is 8,000, something like this. So it should be about 130, around something like this, yeah. She was very happy. She was crying. Her husband was very happy. They couldn't believe it. They never have a bed. And somebody also donated them 2 beds. So they managed to get 2 donations from 2 Gambian. One Gambian man donated them 2 second-hand beds, which they really appreciate and happy with. And one Gambian lady donated them the $10,000. But the woman, as you can see, the house is mad house. This video you can this picture you cannot really see the house, but if you scroll down you see their video. It's still on the page. And the house here, the compound they're living is not theirs, so they're living in somebody else's land. In Africa normally people have a house, and when they're not ready to build it, because you can buy a land, so when they're not ready to build it, they will borrow the land to somebody else. Sometimes they will build a cheap mud house there, or they will ask you to build whatever you can afford there, and they normally will build a mud house like this and live there until you're ready to take your land, because they don't have money for rent. I know this. Growing up, I used to live in a compound like this when I was way young. This type of mud house. And growing up also, before I was born even, my mom used to live in a house like this type of house that people will borrow you the house and you live there because you don't have your own house. But I grew up with no school education. That's why I'm fighting for children in Africa to go to school. And I grew up underage marriage. Underage marriage, especially when you're extremely young, to somebody that you don't want, even if you love the person, it's still abuse, but especially if you don't love the person. But it's essay. It's a form of essay. That's why I fight against essay, all form of essay, married or not, boys or girls, people to leave children alone to live their life. And I also go through severe child beating growing up. So I talked about that to end too. And I talk about self-love and self-development a lot, and why we have to put the children to school, and why we have to motivate them and prevent them from alcohol, drug, or violence. Help them to be ambitious and motivative so they can have a good life. Because the way I'm lucky that I grew up with no school, but I pick up English and managed to speak it growing up. Even though I grew up with no TV, nobody speaking English in the family. I don't have any English person as a friend, but I just was clever enough to pick up some English growing up. And as I came to Scotland when I was 25, I tried to learn some English, but over the years I never stayed long in learning. But now finally I dedicated my life now to learn. I finished one course and I'm doing the second one, and I'm going to continue to get my education now. A lot of people don't have the opportunity or the ambition to do that when they grow up with no school education, which is why I'm fighting for children to have the basic education. I know Africa, the governments neglect us, but you have to ask why the governments are neglecting us. That's the truth. It's because us all are focusing on food, sex, gold, or expensive stuff, expensive looking stuff, beauty, material, sex, and food. A lot of us are focusing on that. That's the truth. Because after the government neglect you and don't give you good school education, or don't give you school at all, because they don't have enough school, they don't have even good educational system, because the whole system is corrupt, from the person that is working, small offices or small places, to the person that is working big place. Most of them are corrupt. Then you think about why they corrupt like this. Then you think about the corruption in the family, in the homes, how people are neglecting women and children and beating them for the most part, torturing them, especially the children. People FGMing girls, beating children, neglecting children is still happening in Africa. Across the world, but especially Africa. Because we don't have voice, we don't allow voice. Even me, people are fighting my voice. Then you think about, do we really want change? Because, for example, if the government neglect people like this and they don't have free education or good education, even if they go to school, for example, the education system is not the best, then you think you yourself, are you also neglecting them, government or not? We are. That's the truth. Especially us Gambia and Senegal people. Especially Gambia. Gambia is very small. It's true the government is not doing best for Africa. Gambia, the government is also not doing best, because Gambia government have a lot of people that are fighting it, even if it's doing best, because they don't want the government there. We all know the story. But also, people are not allowing the government to work. People are not allowing people that are genuine to work. For example, we used to have one minister of health who is a woman years ago. She was talking about how people are not having medicine in the hospital. People complaining there's no medicine. And she was saying how whenever the medicines came from the government, people will steal them and sell them to pharmacies, owners, and stuff like this. And she was sacked because she said that people were angry. All the doctors, a lot of them were angry, don't want to work again, on strike forever, complaining until they remove her from the position. Africa still fighting for women to not have voice and to tell the truth. But just not even women, even men, you're not allowed to tell the truth. That's the truth. And until we tell the truth and protect women and children and put children to education and fight against severe beating and essay and so on. Again, I know these things are everywhere in the world, but we are going to focus on us, because us are the ones that are running from us. We are the ones that are so messy and poor on top of that we are running from it though, to go to other lands. So we have to focus on why we're running. We can't compete with other people that are doing what we're doing or doing some of it, but they're not running like we are running. Do you understand? At least they still manage to stay there. So let's try to get to at least near where those people are, so we don't have to run. Which is we have to focus on education, focus on to fight against the severe beating. So the children don't learn how to torture humans and torture themselves and be cold and wicked, or feeling sorry for themselves and just having this trauma and pain that that they go through growing up. But the school that I'm putting them is private, but it's not expensive. It's just £100 for the whole year. And if you scroll down this page, you will see the uniform and the school name is called Tanje Life. It's in Tanje, because Tanje have one government school, but Africa government school is not the best, we all know, especially Tanje. But this school that is just £100 for the whole year, that's just I'm just telling you how much it is, and not even one chicken change. This child will not even get 1 penny to buy bread when he's going to school. But because he comes from such a poor family, when he go to the school that the rich people go, he's going to be so happy. But a lot of people will be thinking, I shouldn't be looking for private school for them. Who are they? Look at this person that is married. They don't have nothing. They don't even eat sometime for 2 days. You pay for them £100 a whole year. You can't do that. Come on,